What's good, Negro Manosphere? It's your boy Solomon Jones, aka Solo TV 84. And let's get into this Monique situation. So, some of you may already be familiar with Monique calling for boycott in regards to Netflix. Let's read what's going on and then I'm going to chime in. Monique calls for a boycott of Netflix. This is by TechCrunch.com. Monique, legendary comedian and Academy Award winner, is calling out Netflix for allegedly offering her $500,000 for a stand-up comedy special while offering millions to Amy Schumer, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Rock. In a tweet, Monique called for a boycott of Netflix on the grounds of color and gender bias. Monique Worldwide, this is her Twitter, hashtag boycott Netflix, and then she spelled "for" wrong, for color bias and gender bias. Please stand with me. I love us. Monique then posted a video, which I will play. Hopefully y'all can hear the volume.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends. However, I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real. Hey, my loves.
Okay.
I am asking.
So Monique basically saying that I'm a legend. I should get paid legendary money. Amy Schumer's getting $13 million. Why am I only getting $500,000? And Monique makes fair points. Let's continue to read the rest of the article. In the video, Monique explains that her team brought up Amy Schumer's $11 million offer and asked why there was such a disparity between Schumer's offer and Monique's. Netflix allegedly responded that they don't look at resume, but use Schumer's sold out Madison Square Garden Arena and a big blockbuster movie over the summer as justification for her offer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? Asked Monique. According to the comedian, Chappelle and Rock were offered $20 million, and Schumer allegedly received $13 million after retroactively negotiating for an extra $2 million. Since Monique's call for a boycott, Wanda Sykes has joined in, saying she was offered less than half of Monique's $500,000. At Mo Worldwide, thank you for speaking out. Netflix offered me less than half of your $500,000. I was offended, but I found a home. Netflix does not comment on contract negotiations, but we reached out and will update the post if we hear back. Now, here's my take on this, okay? Monique is trying to make this an issue that it's because she's a woman and because she's black. But the truth is, when was the last time Monique had a hit movie? Crickets. I know. When was the last time Monique had a hit movie? I can't recall. Precious has been out for over 7 years now. Won the Academy Award. You basically blackballed yourself from Hollywood. And since then, Monique really hasn't done anything. So if you look at her resume, for almost a decade, Monique really hasn't done anything. Do I think that Monique deserves more than $500,000? I think she does. I think if you look at the work that she's put in, she deserves maybe $1 million or so. But then again, I'm not sitting there at the contract negotiations. Now, to say that it's because Monique is black and sexist, I call bullshit. I mean, Amy Schumer isn't that funny. Her Netflix special bombed because Amy Schumer isn't that funny. And for those of you who recall, Netflix was about to change their rating system because of the fact that Amy Schumer's special flopped. So to me, when I look at a guy like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, I don't just look at their resume. They have very impressive resumes, But I also look at the fact that a guy like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, these guys are funny. Now, people may disagree with me and say, well, Monique is funny. But here you have basically another black woman trying to make this an issue where it's in regards to being sexist and playing the color card, the woman card. And a lot of black women tend to do this. You know, I'm not getting paid the same as Joe Schmo, this and that. And in most cases, there is validity to that. I'm not going to disagree. However, in the case like this, Monique really hasn't done anything. And so to me, when I look at this, if you're negotiating and you don't really have a lot of points that will help your cause, then there's two things you do. Number one, you take the paper that they're offering you, you take the bag that they're offering you, you shut the F up, and then you show and prove by having a phenomenal special. You come back to the table, renegotiate, and get a bigger bag. Or number two, you take your talents elsewhere. But clearly Monique is feeling some type of way. And, you know, me personally, I look at this situation and I got to agree with Netflix. If you're looking at what Monique is doing right now, she ain't doing shit. Now, if you're looking at resume, even if you were to add resume in, and let's keep it real, Netflix is being a little hypocritical. They do look at the resume. But in regards to Monique's resume, she hasn't done anything in nearly a decade. It's been that long since Precious won an Oscar. You know, it's been over 7 years. So I look at this situation, and me personally, I really don't know what else to say, but that is Monique a legend in the game? You know, let's read some of these comments, and most of these are white folks. Owen Miller says, I didn't even realize Monique has become a comedian. She's been a comedian. That's actually how Monique got her start. Manny Otero says, I've never ever heard of her. Why does she think she deserves as much as those other names, who are incredibly popular and well-known? That is a fair point. Dave Chappelle, even though Dave Chappelle didn't have a stand-up, well, he had the Chappelle Show, and then he did smaller stand-up groups. Dave Chappelle was a big name. Chris Rock has been a big name for years upon years. Monique, even though she's won the Academy Award, Monique is particularly more known with a black audience than a mixed audience or a white audience. So I do agree that Monique isn't as well known as these other names. Is Monique funnier than Amy Schumer? I don't know. Amy Schumer is not funny to me at all. She's just a fat white girl with an obnoxious mouth. That's all. Brian Mazzarella says, legendary, please. Wanda Sykes isn't even legendary, and she has way more name recognition. Okay, that can be argued. I think Wanda Sykes, she's been around for a while as well, has done various shows, and Wanda Sykes is funny. I think Wanda Sykes is funny as hell. Sierra Madislum says, I come to TC to avoid these type of articles. Please, I beg you not to post gossip content here. More tech news. Well, this isn't a gossip content. It's a real issue. It's not gossip. She, you know, Monique has verified that she's not getting the type of bag that she wants. Corey Anderson says, yeah, it's pretty sure it's a simple issue of demand. Once again, this is what I've been saying. It is an issue of demand because once again, Monique, when was the last time you seen her in a movie? You haven't really heard much from Monique. She hasn't really done much the last nearly 10 years, as I said. Carrie Conley says, Monique, just say no. And if they think you're worth more, then they can offer it. Okay? And I said that as well. If they ain't giving you the type of bag that you like, get the fuck on. Mika Ross Goodry says, I don't even know who Monique is. Perhaps that's why. It's called name recognition and box office draw. Crybaby. Not everything is gender and race bias. It's called business. And I agree with that. Matthew Wilbur says, okay, I know who Amy Schumer, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Rock are. Who the hell is Monique person? And will someone please tell her how to use an apostrophe? Okay, so once again, you know, a lot of people, I mean, have valid points. Monique just doesn't have that name recognition when it comes to the mainstream public. She's well known in the black public, in the black sector, but in regards to the white public or the mainstream public, Monique is still virtually unheard of. even though Precious did very well. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Shout out to the Negro Manosphere doing big things. It's your boy Solo, and I'm out. Peace.